Squat every day, day 12:45. Stop being a sheep.
How many times have you stopped training?
A
Like
couple.
for weeks, months, years? How many times have you completely stopped training and gone away and done something else?
Some.
Something got in the way, somebody got in the way, got a good new girlfriend, wife, did this, did that, whatever the case might be. How many times have you done that?
For me, probably maybe like a couple months, a couple years. It's just been like on and off. But like the last couple years, I've just been like on it, like a little bit better. So yeah.
Because, I've been training for quite some time and I don't know how many times I've seen people in the gym and then they disappear, then they come back. I'm like, oh, where have you been? I stopped training. I had exams. I had this. I had that. Or did you stop training completely? Yeah, yeah, nothing. I've done nothing for 3 months, 4 months. Um, why is that? Why do you stop training?
I don't know. It's hard to say, man. Everybody trains for their own reasons, and sometimes the training has to take a backseat to other things. But then you could argue, oh, what's more important than your own like health? You can't take like an hour or so a day to like go work out. So I get the argument. Um, but I don't know. Let's just see.
Because I'm a firm believer that if you've got time to take a shit, you've got time to train. So don't give me the time thing. I
Yeah.
don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. If you're like a CEO of a freaking billion-dollar company, you got time. Everyone's got time. Because if you got time to shit, like I say, you got time to train. What do you mean, man? Well, I reckon 5 minutes I can absolutely demolish you in such a state that you're huffing and puffing for many, many, many minutes after that. You don't believe me? Go run up a hill for five minutes. Full sprint for 5 minutes. Just, you know,
Yep.
very, very real world example. Run up a hill. Endless hill. Just run up fast as you can. You're dead. You're dead basically within a minute. You're spent. So this concept of
True.
time, I don't buy it one for 1 second. I don't buy that. What I think the real thing is in life, barring injury and illness and all that sort of stuff where you can't do anything, like, if you're being wrapped around a tree in a car crash, blah, 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 of course you can't train. But for the most people out there, this time thing is not a thing. What I think is happening is that you got bored, you got turned off from what you were doing,
Yep.
and basically your soul and your mind told you to stop. The willpower couldn't take it anymore. You couldn't fight this immovable object of a program or a regiment. You just couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah. I mean, and also this is like a completely normal thing that happens. For like working out and shit like that. Like you can get bored with your training. There's a zillion videos out there. You can train every which way and try to figure out what's the best way to do this, what's the best way to do that. You can lose your motivation for whatever you're trying to make your goal is or whatever. Um, but yeah,
One of the comments that I get all the time from people that agree with my training or disagree with my training from all sides, the thing is, it's remarkable that I've gone for so long training every single day. That's the biggest thing, the discipline, the routine, all of that sort of stuff. And what I always say to people, and people don't seem to understand, some do, a lot of people don't understand, is that I do this because I choose to do it how I want to do it.
yeah,
It is the most fundamental, the most overlooked, basic freaking human need of you will do what you want to do.
and that's exactly right. Most of the time, whenever people like old high school friends that I see randomly, they're like, "Oh my god, Cornell, you look awesome. Wait, you're still working out?" I'm like, "Yeah, man." And I try to describe it to them as like it's just literally brushing your teeth. That's all you're doing, but it's for your body. You know, whenever you go to brush your teeth, you don't think about it, right? You just go do it. That's the same thing with working out.
And when you don't want to do that, you will do something else. The key is you will be doing something. You wanting to sit on the couch is a want. You're sitting on the couch. Why? I don't know. Many different reasons for people sitting on the couch. But when you're doing a push-up routine for 3 months and you go sick and tired of that, and then you're like, screw this, I can't follow this anymore, you stop altogether. No, don't stop. Do something else. I have been changing, swapping, fitting, refitting, changing up again many, many different times. And as my wants, as my mind, as I'm processing all of this sort of stuff, I'm always changing and I'm always looking, I'm always learning. I'm not doing it because I'm bored. That's not my thing. I'm doing it because I seek a better way. Now, seeking a better way is not just gains, it's many, many different things. Do I actually enjoy doing something? Does it make me feel better? If it makes me feel real bad, I ain't doing that. And so, what I encourage you to do is have the courage, yes, the courage to venture off the beaten path
Oh,
and just do it yourself. If the options are do the program, whatever the program out there, popular cookie cutter program, option A is to do the program or not train at all. What do you think the better approach is?
just do the program. It's literally that simple. Just do the program.
Right? Do the program or don't do anything. That's how a lot of people look at it. I'm either going to do the most successful program out there in the world, which I think is the case. It's never. There's no best programs. It doesn't exist. But anyway,
I would imagine like workout programs and diets are kind of similar in that I can say every diet works as long as you follow it. Much the same way every workout program works as long as you follow it.
a lot of people are like, this is the best program ever. I'm doing that or I'm not doing anything. And so they do this for 3, 4, 6 months, a year, and then they quit. Whereas the bloke that's, wasting his time, as some would say, coming in, playing around with the barbell every single day, doing whatever he wants, he's there training for 10 years. Screw gains, screw all of that sort of stuff. Who do you think is going to be better off? The guy that trains or the guy that goes on and off with this extremist view on programs?
The guy that just keeps training. That's easy.
I always tell people, man, do something every day. But whatever you want. But no, whatever you want, dude.
Yeah.
Get in the frame of mind of thinking to yourself, when I'm on the couch, okay, I really want to train, but I can't do 80% 5x5 today. No way, I can't do that, man. I just don't have it in me. Don't. Say to yourself, I'm gonna go in and just pick the barbell up a few times and that's it. Expectations is weight. I need to do this tomorrow. It's very, very heavy on our willpower. The willpower starts to burn the moment you had that thought. So it's very heavy and wears you down. It grinds you down. I don't think about any of that because I have the courage. I have the setup in my mind to go, okay, I have some sort of idea what I want to do, but it's not promised. If I come in, I don't feel good at it for whatever happens in life, and I've spoken about my life, how it's up and down and lots of different things happen. If I'm involved in a resus 6 hours prior, I might not want to, run through a brick wall. I just want to just pick up a barbell and shift it around a little bit, and that's it.
Yeah.
Get out of this idea. This is what I think about programming.
So I'm gonna kind of relate this like working out to also aim training. Um, yeah, it's always a better decision to just figure out some way for you to like just work out and do something. I think now there's like a ton of different ways where you can like work out at home or whatever. Like I think I just saw Netflix update their what is it, their videos or whatever, and there's like a whole little, what do you call it, like series on like just working out. I was like, oh my god, this is actually a thing? Huh. How about that? And it doesn't have to actually be like working out, it could just be, some sort of physical activity that you just like doing. Like, is it, is it going out and just playing disc golf or whatever? Is it out and going playing basketball, football, whatever, regular golf? These are all things that are probably a better decision than just, stay inside and chilling. Now, granted, staying inside and chilling is not, you know, it it isn't the worst thing in the world, but you are like not necessarily helping yourself or whatever, you know? When it comes to your health, at least anyway. And I can relate this to like, and what he's talking about with the expectation thing that he's probably talking about, you know, if you start a program, you want to see some sort of gain, you want to see some sort of PR. It's much the same way with aim training. Whenever I started aim training or whatever, it was very attractive to see PRs all the time. Like, oh my god, I'm getting better, getting faster, I'm getting smoother, I'm getting more reactive, you know? But the higher you go in aim training and working out, the harder it is to get like a new PR. And the PR isn't necessarily like a one rep max. You know, you can divide the word PR up infinite many ways. For like weight training, you have like your one rep max, you have your best double, your best triple, your 5 rep max for whatever. Like for a squat, you know, it could be your best 3 second pause squat, 5 second pause squat, and the zillion different types of squats. You know, you can divide that up into a zillion different ways. Uh, Much the same way you can divide up aim training PRs, even though it doesn't say um, the word PR, like personal record or whatever, on the screen. So let's say you see like on Kovacs or whatever, um, you see like that little trend, the dot line graph or whatever, and you see a trend. There is like a micro version where it's like you either hit the PR or you didn't. You know, that's like very black and white. That's one way to do it. And then there's like a little box you can click and you can see your 7 day like progress on like that scenario or whatever. So if you zoom out and you can see some sort of like upward trend, that's also a PR, you know? Because if you look at the week before, you were probably dog shit at it. But now you look at this week and it's like, oh, I'm getting better. Um Also, another thing you can see that kind of falls in line with like that upward trend or whatever is like see where your lows are. Like it's fine to see like, you know, it's always nice to have like your highs get higher but not necessarily hit that PR. But if your lows are also like your low scores also going up, that's also like a PR I would consider. um I think it's also like a PR if you do the scenario on like a low sense and then you get the same score, you know, about 10% even on like a higher sense, that's also you're getting better. What else? There's a bunch of other things like if you're doing like so like for me, like I suck at static scenarios, and like whenever I would do like a half an hour or 45 minutes of like just static stuff, my hand would always be like tight. I would always have to like, you know, stretch it out, do whatever, and so on and so forth. But like if you can get through like a session of aim training and you're like very conscious of your like your hand grip where it's like very light and you're still getting like decent scores, that's also like a PR I would consider, you know, because you're just increasing your mind muscle connection with like a different style of grip or whatever. It doesn't have to be so black and white.
Somebody wrote that program, okay? Somebody. Who is that somebody? I don't know. There's lots of programs out there, but somebody wrote that program. Guess what? You don't even know that person. Like, personally, you don't know anything about them. Oh, Boris Shaker. Great, that's cool, that's a name. I know plenty of names too. You know, who is Boris Shaker? I don't know anything about him. Never met him, don't know how he lives, don't know anything about him. He lives in a different country, different freaking political system. He lives completely different to me. But here's a program I need to abide by. Boris Shaker wrote a program that suits Boris Shaker. He didn't write a program to suit Ivan Juric. He didn't do that. He didn't write it for me. Right? I like to do things my way. Well, what sort of things? I like to sleep like this. I like to watch this. I like to play this. I like to go to work like this. I like to eat this. But I need to do him. I gotta do his program. It doesn't work, dude. And this is why everyone stops, because there's too many cookie cutter programs. What does cookie cutter mean? It was built for somebody, let's just say Boris Shaiko, for him and his intimate group. And then they mass produce these programs and send it out to trillions of people, and everyone needs to follow this.
Mm-hmm.
No, man, we're all different.
Yeah.
Different countries, different everything. And so you can do that, but eventually it's going to grind you down if the gears are not set up right. If the tune on your car is not right, it's just off slightly, just 1 degree the cams are not right, you can run the car, no worries. But what's going to happen eventually? It's going to stop, man.
It's gonna stop.
It will stop.
Gonna break
It
down.
wasn't aligned for that car. I don't care what the gears are. I don't care what the cam timing is or whatever the case might be. I don't care. It just wasn't perfect for that car. For that application, wasn't good. And so all the people out there who are stopping and starting, stopping and starting, stopping and starting, have not understood the basic psychological requirement for longevity. And that is, you need to be listening to yourself. What do I want to do? You don't be a prisoner for another person. This is the only thing that we have in our life that we have freedom with. The only thing. It's my perspective. You might be different. You might have trillions of dollars in your bank account. You do whatever the hell you want to do every single day. But for me, this is the only thing. I drive a car. I have to buy the rules. I go to work. I got protocols about the rules. Blah blah blah. I'm in the house. You were deciding on furniture. I have to ask my wife. I have to ask the kids. I have to. It's a thing. It's not a sole act. I don't do anything as a sole act anyway. This is the only thing, man. Everything else, I gotta ask somebody something. So bloody hell, man, do it for yourself, man. Have longevity. Oh, Ivan, you're amazing. You're just an absolute hard ass of a human being. No, man, you're getting it wrong. I'm not special. I've just worked out me.
Yeah.
Because I've run those programs and I've continuously run into a brick wall.
And the main thing that he's trying to get at is like, just pick a program and do it. Either if it's working out or something with aim training or whatever, just keep going with it. And if you don't like it, change it up until you do like it. All right. So, yeah.
And I'm just dragging my ass into this 5x5 training again. Misery. Been there, bro. I've been there. Don't want to go there again. Because what happens? I stopped. Yes, I stopped. If I wasn't born into squat every day, I stopped many times. 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4. And then I watched a couple of videos. Oh, yeah, I'm excited again. I watched Djokovic play in the Australian Open. I watched LeBron in the finals. I watched Messi dribble through a crowd and pump it into the top corner. I watched Ronaldo take a huge run up and beat everyone, hit a header in the top corner. Oh, I'm excited. Go. That shit fades away in a week too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, I'll do another 3 or 4 weeks. Just grinding the gears. Eventually I stop.
And having those little bursts of motivation is not a bad thing either, That stuff should just fuel you to just keep going on the dog shit days that you don't feel like doing stuff, but yet you still go,
Because I'm not doing what I need. All of these people, they don't understand you. I don't understand you. Don't follow me. I don't have a program. I've never released a program. I'm trying to teach you, not teach, I'm trying to let you know how I run, and maybe you will get something out of that. Stop looking out and listening out. Start thinking about what you want. It's all good to consume information and add it to the puzzle that you have internally, but ultimately the answers have to come within, man.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing to consume, but eventually you got to start to create your own thing.
Where are you? What do you want to do? My motto is whatever gets you out of the damn couch, that's the right thing.
Yeah.
And then once you start going, then you call it from there. But where's the periodization? Screw all of that. Periodization, all of that sort of stuff. Maybe there's better people out there who live much better lives, who are models, who are sponsored athletes who just scratch their ass until 12, go to the gym until 4, and then after 4 they scratch their ass again. Okay, they don't have kids. They're like in their 30s and their 40s. They don't have anything. Everything's paid for. Or they might be peddling some drugs on the side, or might be doing something else. I don't have any of those luxuries. I have to go to the hospital and work 30, 40 hours a week. Okay, that's what I have to do. And I've got 2 kids, a wife, house. I've got all sorts of shit. The last thing I want to do is mow my lawn and think to myself, once I finish this shit, I have to go in and hang myself on the bar. Meaning I have to do a 5x5 that I don't want to do.
Yeah.
My hamstrings are freaking killing me, man. I can't do this right now. Well, do something for the hamstrings. Do some mobility. Work at the front squat. Work whatever you need. Who knows what's going to be the issue next week? Who knows? I don't know what's going to happen. I might eat something that's really, really bad and piss me off internally. All of a sudden, I've got a bubble gut. I've got a bubble gut and I can't engage my core, but I gotta feel 5 by 5. I don't. I don't have to do anything. So I just encourage people all the time, man. Like, have some freaking courage, man. How long before you get some courage to be your own man? Stand on your own damn 2 feet and take some freaking accountability and be like, okay, this is unacceptable. Stop, start, stop, start. I gotta work this shit out. How do I do this? Think, man. Stop being a pussy and a sheep. Do something for yourself. Think about it. I guarantee you, 99, probably even 100%. I don't think anybody, world record or not, is listening to this. But the majority of us out there won't come even near a world record. Near it. So just fucking relax, will you? Just relax. Like Chopper says, I'm just trying to relax over here, mate.
Yeah.
Or Neville Bartos, if you remember the movie, what's it called? The Chopper movie.
And much the same thing can be said for like me in aim training. Like I'm pretty sure I'm never gonna get like a #1 score with like other motherfuckers with like VT in their name, UV, RA plus in their name. And that's not the point. The point is to just take the next step. All right. Figure out some way to just keep going through everything. You know, I didn't sleep good last night because of the job or whatever. Oh my God. I have to go in and work out. All right, I'm done working out. I gotta come home. You know, my mind is shot because I didn't get sleep. And fucking just the workout was like mid or whatever. And it's like, just, turn on Kovacs and just start clicking dots. Just figure it out.
Just relax, okay? And just move to the best of your ability. No rules, no regulations. Make sure you move. 1 rep of the bar is better than no rep of the bar. Understand that. You gotta rock up every single day. Success is built over frequency and longevity. You can go as hard as you want today. If you don't touch the bar again in a month, you're wasting your time. Appreciate all of you guys, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.
Great video. I needed that, especially like today, because it's like, I don't know. I didn't fucking set any PRs. Everything just felt like okay. I couldn't fucking whip my mouse around quick enough, couldn't control it enough, but I just feel better, getting in there and still doing it, But it is what it is, man. Good stuff. Good video. Later.